Hi, this is Mike, and I'm here with Alex from Armless Octopus.
Hey.
We are checking out Oregon Trail. And so, Alex, I have played this game quite a bit. You haven't played this game yet, though, right?
No, I have not. It's my first time. Please be gentle.
Okay. So, as you might guess, for those of you out here, this is kind of a retro game. Oh, I accidentally hit continue. I actually want to. I probably don't want to continue, because this is already a game I was just messing around in. So we're gonna start a new game. And so, in case you can't tell, not quite up to current day standards for our graphics here.
I don't know. Those pixels are pretty sexy.
But did you play? Were you a big? We're gonna skip the intro for the purpose of that. Actually, we'll play the intro.
Yeah, let's
sure.
play the intro. I gotta get the backstory.
Right. This is important. All right. So this is teaching us how to shoot, and it's sort of a weird mechanic, but you basically draw a line from the zombie.
Huh.
And it takes a while to get used to. This game is out on Steam now. It's actually out on I think iPad and stuff like that as well. So I think it's designed to have like a touch interface, basically. Oh shit! I'm out of ammo now. So here comes Clemens. He's gonna save our ass. So we get to type our name.
Well, obviously one has to be poop butt because
We will not do poop butt. All right. Sure, we can be poop butt.
you always have to have a Steve in a zombie apocalypse.
Okay, so in case you can't figure this out yet, this is basically the Oregon Trail, but with zombies. Except you do get to move around a little bit.
He said doo-doo.
And so you're just finding your little car. This is all just the intro. You can skip this if you want, but
I love this is a shitty-ass station wagon. The shaggin' wagon!
and it bumps up and down a little bit too as you go along.
Clearly, Clemens should not have had his arm on the window for that bumping. In the zombie apocalypse, keep your hands and feet inside the car. What the hell?
Yeah, Clements is having a bad run at it. Let's.
And this is only the intro. This is like the pre-game cinematic. So, he's toast.
Yeah, shit gets real really quickly in this game.
Shit gets real. Yeah, boy. So I guess we need to kill Clements.
I think we get it. Do we get a choice? Okay, so here we get to start off. We have all of our different our different resources that we get, and much like the original Oregon Trail, this game is basically just a giant resource simulator.
It's true survival horror.
Yeah. So basically, you have your fuel, med kits. Money is pretty important. You can buy shit at every town, so it's just sort of the universal currency. And all the car stuff, like it breaks every once in a while, but you don't really seem to need a lot of it, at least not on normal. And then ammo is by far the most important. Ammo and fuel are basically the most important thing. If you have those two, you can always just scavenge around and get the other things.
I gotta say, I'm digging the sprites here. You know, Sean and the Zombieland kids, and I don't know who the one to the left is, but yeah.
I don't know who over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who she's supposed to be.
I'm sure a viewer's gonna chime in at some point, but.
So yeah. It's not looking so good for Clemens, so.
Yes!
We shoot him in the knees or the head?
The head! Go for the head! Always the head! Oh! Boom! Headshot. You can dance all day, you can dance all day.
Alright, so yeah, so this is basically at this point, we ride along, everybody has their own stats. Every once in a while, in between your locations, these random things will pop up where it'll talk about, you know, people will steal tires or people will get sick. But overall, it's not really, at least on the normal, it's not as harsh as Oregon Trail was. replacing stuff. You can also see on the stats screen how far it is to the next landmark, how far you've gone, and then how much fuel and food you have.
Oh man, that's rough right there.
Yeah, tough break for Alex.
Exactly. Boom. I hate my life. I'm sorry.
So also important is the zombie activity, which basically affects how you scavenge. So this is in the town. Basically, you just travel from town to town to town trying to get to the west coast. So you can rest here, and that basically just refuels all of your party's health slowly, and basically at the cost of food. You can use a med kit to refill them more quickly, which I actually didn't rest the first time I played this game, and so you just med kits for everyone, which gets very expensive. You actually only need to use med kits on yourself because you don't actually you won't regain your health when you rest, but you also don't really seem to take damage on the road. So you can also just randomly kill one of your people. So you just pick the person if you don't like them, and there goes his leg. So sorry, Alex, but it had to be done. You broke your arm, man.
I know.
It's
the
zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, once you're a gimp, you lose a limb or whatever, you're screwed.
You just can't be too safe.
No,
really.
you really can't. You
I'm
don't
looking
want
out. I'm looking out for
gangrene.
Steve, and for Vicky and Poop Butt. So,
Watch, Poop Butt will be the sole survivor of this entire adventure.
well, if he makes it, then I make it too.
Oh. And Poop Butt has to betray you, like Shane.
So basically, yeah. So basically, all of your 4 passengers will sort of progressively get worse, but it seems like it's impossible for you to die before they do.
Man.
So in your car, you can see before we landed here, we actually prompted us and said we had an upgrade. So we found some upgrade. So there we go. So now we can't even lose a battery. So we don't even need to worry about buying those. The road map, we can see how far we've gone. Which is a pretty feeble start to our trek.
Clearly, Nebraska and the Dakotas and Idaho and Montana had a rough time, I guess.
Well, yeah. They're pretty fucked up there. It's the first place you nuke, naturally, as you go right for the farmland.
You know, I figure the Russians invade there, so you got to nuke there first.
Okay, so similarly, you can set the pace, as in Oregon Trail.
Thick and chunky salsa. Sorry.
And then, so this is basically just that same list we saw in the beginning of all the supplies. And so, if we want, we can go scavenge now. And that's where we'll go out and hunt for supplies. I really wouldn't want to do it now because the zombie activity is high. But sure, what the hell. See how long we last. So scavenging, you're basically stuck on a single screen. And you're just picking up stuff as it appears and shooting all the zombies.
The anti-hunting in Oregon Trail.
Right, there, you're being hunted, basically.
Any zombie deer that we come across, you know? Cause
like equipment?
No, like straight up zombie deer, as in...
Oh, deer. Yeah. Funny that you ask. Yes, there are zombie deer.
This is the best game ever. GOTG.
Those are actually like one of those random encounters in between the city. In between cities is actually the deer will just be chasing you, and you have to sort of guide the car as they come from right to left.
That's brilliant.
So here we go. We found a whole bunch of food. You can only carry 250 ounces back. When you're scavenging, you can find food and basically money and scrap. But, you know, food is sort of this, like, universal currency where you basically just collect a shitload of food throughout the whole mission, through the whole trek, and then in town you just sell it. So, because you just get so much of it, and that's what you can use to sell to get money and buy more stuff. More stuff.
Yeah,
so,
see, yeah.
So we need to buy more ammo. I generally don't really feel bad about spending all my money in towns, because it rarely seems like something's going to pop up and you're going to need it during the mission. And there's not, sometimes the towns don't have much to buy, so it's always better to just have lots of supplies.
Tell you, I am liking that the med kit is the med kit from Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, there's there are a lot of those little touches in here, especially like when we got to Pittsburgh, we had that little splash screen.
And there's the merchant from Resident Evil 4. Right
Up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can fix your car up here too. Get repairs. The scrap you can use to also repair your car. So, all right. So let's test our fate on the road again. Oh, this is another one of those random encounters that you get.
So I guess this is the equivalent of the rivers in Oregon.
Yeah, basically. It's similar to that. So here, massive in size and agitated. So you just basically have to look. It'll give you some hints here. So if they aren't aggressive looking, you can slowly drive through, or you can fight through, basically.
Interesting.
Or you can hire mercenaries. Okay, I guess that completely just contradicts my previous statement that you would never actually need money on the road. But we're just gonna break out the guns and clear a path.
Pow, pow, pow. I love this scrolling.
Oh no!
Oh shit. Well, now with that battery thing, does that remove the upgrade that we got? You said?
No, that doesn't.
Okay. Well, we got that going for us. Zombie activity deadly?
Yeah. So basically the key to this game, if you really want to be successful at it, is whenever the zombie activity is low, which is always the same time of day in the in-game days, you just continually grind. Like, it's not fun necessarily to a point, but it's your best chance of success is during those like 4 to 5 hours you just scavenge every time.
Okay, I get you. Left to die. Very cute. Very cute.
So we'll go to the car. See, the car is also degrading pretty poorly. So
I don't know. Vicky there is looking pretty pretty weak.
Right. So we can rest.
Oh, damn.
And so basically, when you're resting, you're just trading health for food. We can see it's still high, so we'll repair. When you repair, you can use your scrap, and you can increase the amount of scrap that you're using to increase your chance of success. Again, at least on the normal difficulty, I found scrap to be plentiful, so never much need to go below 10. And did that take an hour? Yeah, so we're up to medium now for the activity. Once it gets to 10 a.m. is when it will be low. You can also trade, which is pretty important. And so you can just waste an hour and some food to see if anyone will give you anything to trade. And you just really have to pay attention to this because sometimes, like here we go, one of their med kit for $10. That's a pretty good deal because med kits are usually like 20 to 30 bucks. Sometimes it would say like, we'll give you a med kit for $80, or you know, they'll trade you one bullet for a tire, and it seems like it's kind of random.
Yeah, I mean, as I recall, even in Oregon Trail, you know, people suddenly want 140 bullets and offer you like a piece of steak. So they can go to hell.
Script that. I don't even have that. So all right. So now we have low. So we scavenge. So from 10 to 2, basically, you can scavenge and collect these items.
Now, are you stuck on this one screen, or is there like a scrolling kind of thing that happens?
There's no scroll.
Gotcha.
That's really it. So
okay, but I get it. The items will at least pop up on the ground, essentially.
Right. And occasionally you'll have a boss fight, which is just really, it seems like it's random. And those are pretty annoying. You fight like a zombie bear or 2 zombie dogs.
Any boomers?
No boomers. I think the closest you get are those fatzos that appear here sometimes, but they take 2 shots. So let's go back on the road. So Alex, were you like many children of the 80s and 90s? Did you get to play Oregon Trail in school?
Yeah, primarily in school. I think my home DOS gaming. Well, I guess Oregon Trail originally wasn't even a DOS game anyway, but yeah, I survived mainly on like Reader Rabbit kind of bullshit, unfortunately.
Okay,
Which,
so you didn't get to play much in school, or?
yeah, well, you either did Oregon Trail or this spelunking game, which had a whole bunch of weird mini games and shoot bats and crap like that. Um, I've actually played more Oregon Trail in my adult life than I ever did in my childhood, and so it's very weird in that regard. And yet I still hold a very weird nostalgic, kind of thing toward it.
Okay. All right. So this is one of those ones I was mentioning. We could get the deer here, or let's see what we have. Yep, here they come.
That is pretty awesome.
So you just have to, drive the car and avoid the oncoming deer. Sometimes there are biker gangs that will come and you'll have to ram into them with your car.
And I'm liking that the deer are their rib cages are basically completely visible. It's pretty beautiful, actually.
Oh!
At least it's a one-hit kind of thing, and it's not. They're gonna keep grinding at you.
And we made it.
Wow, way to go, Indianapolis.
All right, so I think that's about all for today. You kind of just repeat that pattern and go across the country. There are a few other little twists and a few different encounters, but that's basically the gist of it. A lot of combat and a lot of just gathering the supplies you need and trading. So, actually, let's leave one more time. There's one other thing that does pop up sometimes. It's pretty funny. There are like these collectible tombstones that you find, and there's a whole bunch of them. Let's see if we can get one of those to pop. Way to go, Steve.
I think you should just kill Steve.
Seriously,
for that,
I'm
honestly.
starting to think I probably should have killed him and not you.
Yeah, because, broken arm, but I can at least read somewhat.
There's some pretty funny messages there. I think one of my favorite ones was something like Sally sat on 2 bullets and ruined them.
The measles, kill him.
Oh,
Kill
we can't
him.
risk this. You can stop and do most of your town functions at any time. So yeah, so we're gonna need to.
Yeah, he did. Plus, the measles will spread, and the next thing you know, he bites somebody, and they have the measles, and then everybody's miserable.
Oh no, we missed.
Oh God, what are you doing?
It's strange because it's.
Bullshit.
No, yes, we can.
There you go. I guess the game mucks with your inversion.
All right, back on the road.
On the road again. You don't notice?
Why is there a speed bump on the road?
Oh man, that's gorgeous.
His lovely EGA graphics.
Oh my God, I'm in heaven here.
There are also
right now,
jobs that
actually.
you can take.
Hostile folk who hold up in a nearby building.
So here we go.
Difficulty suicide? Well,
So
we
let's-
got
yeah,
to
let's
do
check
that.
this out. And then you also get combat trainer, which is where you can get perks for your guy,
Huh.
similar to how you can get them for your for the car. So I don't think we have enough money.
Nah, we're at
We have
70,
we
need
need
80.
$10. So we can get a supply, go to town, sell. We have a lot of ammo actually. Well, we'll sell some food. Who needs food?
Word of advice to everybody listening: apparently, never be with Mike Wall in a zombie apocalypse, because he will sell your food, he will kill you for a broken arm, and yeah, I would not want to be in his group at all.
Well, I let you leave. Oh, this is pretty rough.
I think this is a bad move, Sheriff.
Oh, we got one. So they all sort of just pop up at the same time, so you just have to get the timing down for each one. Boom.
Thankfully, the younger generation of gamers have been raised on cover shooters, so they should be okay.
It's basically it's just Gears of War.
I felt that there was a similarity between these and the locusts. You know. Oh, you was robbed.
Oh no. But most of these missions, not really worth the time. Like this one was like $72, but I've seen suicide missions that pay like $12, and there are really just better ways to get money.
Oh, you kidding? I have faith in you.
Wow, that
So he
seems like a pretty serious glitch. Usually one shot will end you in this, so hold on one second. Okay, that's pretty bad.
maybe he's just missing.
Apparently you can't get hit when you're aiming,
Well,
which
now.
makes that a lot easier.
Yeah.
So, alright, so that is Oregon Trail, and it is available now for Steam and on iPad, I think. So, thanks for watching.